All right. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? This is D-Style Boxing. Thanks to those joining me live and to those that be joining me on archive. Those on archive, please press that like button. And everybody listening, make sure you share the video. You could tune into D-Style Boxing every Tuesday. Hispanic Causing Panic podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, the Roundtable, 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. Catch me on Uncensored on Chief Funky's channel every Wednesday. All right, with that said, I want to go ahead and do a response video to Blood Boxing. Shout out to Chen Smoke. Ricardo Ramirez says he's a new sub. Hey, welcome, man. Thank you for subscribing. Devil says, sup, D-Style. How's it going? All right, Maestro in the building. We have Alexis here with a bunch of emojis, fire, boxing, strength, bomb, and I guess that's her or some chick. All right. What's going on, Maestro in the building? Listening to YouTube videos instead of working, instead of teaching the kids. He's over here like actually. I just JC, Coco the Don. How's it going, guys? Make sure you hit my like button. I want to go ahead and do a response video to Blood Boxing. And some of the points he made. Just to kind of, just do a good old-fashioned response video, right? This is how it was done back in the day. There was no, drop the link and like all this shit. There was just, you dropped your own video and your own content in your own channel, right? More often than not. So I want to go ahead and respond here, and you guys can check out the video. When I'm done, all you got to do is search Blood Boxing. You'll see it there. You know what I mean? But I'll put it in the description anyway. I'll put his video in the description. But I want to talk about this. Yep, that's right, Devil. Damn. He remembers that. When it was under the... Yeah. So, but even after that, we would still respond to each other. You know what I mean? Check it out. Check this out. A couple of things, hey, Maestro says he's on his lunch break. Yeah, sure. But check it out. Bruce goes in the building. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Check it out. So Blood made a video, and he's talking about Saul Canelo Alvarez. I don't want to go over everything. You guys got to go listen to his video. I want to respond to some things that he said specifically, right? And I'm not even disagreeing, but I want to put some perspective. So when Blood says, like, of course, we could point out what these other guys haven't done, right? These other guys don't have anything on their resume. And he said that it's quote-unquote opinion-based, right? So that's what he said. Now, I think we could be objective, and if we're objective, we can all recognize that Canelo he has a better resume by far than these other super middleweights. But let's say it is opinion-based. The point is, he's saying, look, when we're talking about Canelo, he's expected to do great things because, some people have him number 1, number 2, number 3, pound for pound in the world. So the expectations are just a lot higher for Canelo than they are for other fighters, right? Now, how do we, and this one goes to that pull counter boxing, which I don't even think that's the original pull counter, by the way. That's number 1. So I think you're biting somebody else's name. That's number 2, right? Number 3, I'm not talking to you. I'm doing a response video to Blood. That's the last time I address you. All right? Keep spamming my shit, you're gonna get timed out. Simple as that. All right? Now, back to the point. Now, why do people have, we have to ask ourselves, why do people have Canelo high on the pound for pound list? Keep in mind, the only ones that don't have him in their pound for pound, while I understand that it's all opinion based, you understand? While I understand that, they disqualify him. They literally say they disqualify him from the pound for pound. That's what they say. All right. And they find reasons to disqualify him. Like they literally say, even though it's their opinion, they openly say things like, well, I don't have him in my pound for pound because he cheated, because he ducked somebody, right? Like so more often than not that's the case with Canelo. Okay, like why they don't have him in the pound for pound. But back to my question, why is he so high in so many people's pound for pound? In some cases, number one, because of the resume. So like that's why they have him so high. Because you can't just beat nobodies and be considered high on the pound for pound. You got to beat someone. Like you just have to. You know what I mean? You have to beat somebody at some point. Somebody's got to get beat at some point. Like you have to have something in your resume to show for it. But I want to move on from that. I want to move on to some other points. People are like the argument is people are holding Canelo to a higher standard. Therefore, we have to kind of put aside the criticisms of other fighters. Then channels need to say that then. People that criticize Canelo need to say that in order for that to apply. Because that's not what they're saying, blood. They're saying things like Canelo's fights are fixed. Canelo is a fraud. Okay, all his fights are bought out. He hasn't fought, quote unquote, nobody since 2017. He ducks everybody. Those are not criticisms. Those are not, that's not, what they're doing. They're not, oh, it's because I really want to see Canelo test himself. Are there some people that are saying that? Yes. But that's not the issue, right? That whether it's supporters of Canelo or just flat out hardcore boxing fans have. That's not the criticism people have. The criticism is I make a video about Canelo and some dude needs to jump on and beg for attention, and he just got timed out. All right, all right. That's another one. But what I really wanted to address was the Undisputed thing, because like you said, in order for us to consider Canelo a top of the all-time, at least Mexican fighters of all time, then at the very least he could try to become undisputed in this era of watered down belts. What a fighter needs to do is collect belts, right? To try to become the closer you possibly can to what the belts used to mean. That's just what we need to address here. That's literally what he's in the middle of doing. He's literally in the middle of, like, this is the problem. He's in the middle of trying to get all the belts. No one likes to put perspective in this. Canelo was out of the ring for over a year. He was out of the ring, not by choice. Because Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy decided that they were going to give free reign to the zone to pick Canelo's opponents. There's been a lot of fake punches on here. Send me a message on Twitter. Let me know that's you, brother. That's number one. For over a year. Well, Michael Johnson, you didn't see D-Style Boxing come on here and criticize Spence nonstop, did you? Did you see me say, oh, Spence, fight somebody now? And like, oh, I did not. I said Danny Garcia was a good opponent. I didn't say Danny Garcia was a Hall of Famer, but I said he was a good opponent. Back to Canelo. He was out for a year, right? Just put it in perspective, guys. Like, just for once, just listen. For once, just listen. He's out for a year. A pandemic happened. Now, everyone was hit by the pandemic, but a pandemic happened. He's out. Goldenwood kind of screwed him over with the contract that they did with the zone behind his back, like some of the details. Right? And by the way, time out really quick. Let me say this before I proceed about Canelo. A lot of the shit people say, like, oh, Lupe Pintor, look at what he said, like about Canelo. Like, they said these things years ago. Chavez had criticism about Canelo years ago. A lot of you guys need to update yourselves on what the Mexican legends are saying about Canelo today. Like, you need an update. You need to do an update on your computer or something. Like, you're still on Windows 98, homie. All right? Like you know what I mean? You need to update. This is what you need to do. All right? Poke counter, I'm done, bro. I'm not going to put up with your racism anymore. All right? Period. So, simple as that. Time him out. I don't want to see poke counter in my chat anymore. I don't want to see him anymore. Simple as that. Now, like this is the problem. All right? This is the main problem, guys. I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm doing a response video to another content creator. And you have somebody on here making general statements, saying things like, oh, all you Mexicans this and all you Mexicans that. All right? You're not going to see me. You're not going to see D-Style Boxing go around and tell, like, black content creators. All right? Oh, you black people this and you black people that. Stop coming over here with these fucking generalized statements. Give your opinion and have the conversation, but stop being a fucking asshole. Hold up. There we go. All right. Rinsed them up. All right. So, there we go. One moment. All right. So, moving on. Canelo comes back after being out over a year. And he fights. What was one of the main criticisms people were giving? And I still hear it to this day. Rocky Fielding! Who asked him to fight Rocky Fielding? Don't call him a champion in that weight class. He didn't fight anybody in that weight class. Who did he fight? The regular champion. That doesn't count. That's all we heard, right, for years. Or not years, but since he fought Rocky Fielding in a tune-up right? Fought Danny Jacobs in unification right after that. But let's ignore that. Let's just talk about, but why did he fight him? Well, why did he fight him? Why did he fight him? Like you know what I mean? But why did he fight Rocky Fielding? No, is that really the real title? That's not really the real WBA championship. Stop saying he won a title in that weight class. He's not a real champion. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, fine. Fine. So he fights a WBA super champion. All right? That way we could settle all the bullshit that, like, okay, fine. He wasn't a real champion when he beat Rocky Fielding in that weight class. Now Canelo beats. Okay, now he beats, all right? Oh, what's his name? Now he beats the WBA super champion. The super champion. Just settle all that, right? Were people happy? No. That's bullshit, man. Who is this Euro bum? The dude's a Euro bum, right? Like, oh, okay, fine. But he already got 2 of the belts. People wanted to become undisputed. And he's doing all the work. If blood, I hear you, right? But he never became undisputed, though. All right, cool. But there's also some other people saying, fuck the undisputed. That those are Euro bums. That Billy Joe Saunders is a Euro bum. That he's a nobody. And he sucks. And what he should do instead, you know what I mean? Is fight non-champions at 168 pounds. Fight Benavidez. Why do you fight Benavidez? Because Benavidez missed weight. Because Benavidez needs to earn his spot back. He will. He'll be back in the mix. But you don't like miss weight, lose your belt, and then get a Canelo fight. It's not the way it works. I'm sure we will see that fight. And it'll be a great fight. But right now, he's going to be fighting Billy Joe Saunders to collect 3 of the 4 belts. Now, is Canelo's doing a Mayweather and saying, oh, but you know what he's got to do? I mean, once you got 3 of the 4, that makes you undisputed. He's not saying that. What he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and try to get that last belt that Plant has. Canelo's already tried to get Plant in the ring twice. Well, I didn't have enough time to prepare, you know. After a fight, you know, I need to prepare. You know, I need to like unwind myself from this, you know, when this dude I just beat. You know, it was I mean, the fight wasn't tough, but the training camp was grueling, and I need to prepare myself. You know, I need to prepare myself. I need to unwind. I need a month to just unwind. A month to chill, another month to like, you know, prep myself, another month to like pre-train, and I need a couple more months to train for real. Well, how about nah, brother? How about Canelo's fighting every 2 months right now? He comes back from litigation. He fights a champion. Right? Settles one of the criticisms. Well, you never fight a real champion at the weight class. He fought the regular champ. That's not a real champ. Like, okay, cool. So he beat the guy at the WBA, the super champ. The guy that won a tournament, didn't get to pick his opponents. He won a tournament, won the ring championship. Okay, he's a WBA super championship. But he's a nobody. Ain't nobody care about this guy. He's European. Like, okay, cool. So now he fights 2 months later. The WBC is like, you have a responsibility. Mauricio Suleiman orders you to fight Yildirim because He is the mandatory. So he fights him like, okay, fine. Let me get this motherfucker out of the way. He fights. He doesn't wait till May or September to fight Yildirim. He fights him right away. 2 months. Boom, boom. Gets him out of the fucking way. And then announces, hey, I'm going to be back in 2 months. I'm going to be back in 2 months. Like 2 months in a week. I'm going to be back in 9 weeks. All right. I'm going to be back. All right. What's up to Guido? How's it going, brother? William Boxing. I still want to know why Canelo is getting a pass for ducking Benavidez. That's unbelievable to me. I already addressed that. So moving on. Right? So he's about to fight Billy Joe Saunders, right? He's about like in 2 months. 2! Like in 5 months, he's gonna have 3 fights and he's gonna collect 3 of the belts. And then he's gonna fight again in September. The Mexican Independence Day weekend. Then he's likely gonna be back in like December again. Ladies and gentlemen, dude's gonna fight like multiple times. Now, if he was like Caleb Plant that fights once a year, right? Then I understand, and fight to do like Truax, and I get it. Let me ask you guys, what has your fighter, whoever it is, done since December? And what would they do by May? Well, Dwayne, just go back to the beginning, brother. Let's go back to listen to the beginning. I buy houses. How's it going? He's doing that. In 5 months, took 3 of the 4 belts. And he's already tried, dude. Like, Canelo has tried to get Plant in the fucking ring. Look, all you guys got to do, right, is know the facts of the matter. Yildirim was the mandatory before Canelo was even in the picture. Now, I know people, like, you got people saying he's ducking Benavidez, right? Benavidez lost his belt, guys. He didn't make weight for a fight. But the training camp, it was so tough. Like, Canelo just had 2 back-to-back training camps, and he's going back to training again to fight Billy Joe Saunders. You don't see him making excuses. They just don't. So that's what I wanted to address. That's what he's literally trying to do. But you want people to stop him from his quest of collecting all the belts so he can fight the guys they want him to fight. Is it conjecture only? Like, is that what we're going to say? If it's just opinion-based, because you know what's not opinion-based? If you collect all the belts. That's not an opinion. That's a fact at that point. And once Canelo has all the belts, and he's going to do all the work for these chumps, because none of these dudes ever unified. Shit. They never unified anything. Canelo comes in 5 months. The dude already has 3 of the 4 belts. And the 1 belt he doesn't have yet, all right, well, he doesn't have the Billy Joe Saunders one yet, but assuming he beats Billy Joe. The other one is that PBC fighter named Caleb Plant, who hasn't fought anybody, who was offered to fight twice already. If Billy Joe Saunders would have fought the first time that fight was offered, Canelo would right now be ready to go for Undisputed against Billy Joe Saunders. Those are just the facts. If somebody else in that fucking division already put in the work and did at least one unification, we would already be fighting for Undisputed. But no, Canelo has to do all the fucking work. And it's about time channels recognize that. It's about time people acknowledge that. And if you're going to be harsher on Canelo when it comes to criticisms, then say it's because you're holding him to a higher standard. Otherwise, it's just hating. But some of these things are not just mere criticisms. They're going over the top. Oh, all his fights are fixed. That's just not some criticism. What's going on Raw Boxing TV? Now, are there some people out there that even contacted me and said, hey, D-Style, I understand why you had to fight Yildirim. I just personally don't like the Billy Joe Saunders fight, but I understand. I just hope I get to see him fight Charlo in the future. There's nothing wrong with that, but stop being a fucking dick, all right? And like, what? He's ducking! Like he was offered $15 million to fight him. His own brother came out and said it. Oh, but he said it because he was mad. People tend to say the things that are true when they're mad. He's not going to embarrass his brother while they're getting along, right? And I don't even think it's embarrassing. I just think it's funny. What's going on to Boxing Wave in the building? Benavidez still had the WBC title, and Canelo moved to 168 and fought every champion but him. It would have been a duck. Like I'm telling you right now, it's Yildirim is a top 3 easy fighter on anybody's resume. Caleb Plant could have taken Yildirim the distance, broken his hand, and all we would be hearing is, oh, but he box him, dude. What else do you want? Like, you know, like, I don't know. Charlo should move up if he wants to fight. Is this so difficult to understand? It's not. It's not. Plus, why did Charlo call out Benavidez? Said I could knock the dude out, and Benavidez is like, okay, then move up and fight me then, bro. You say you can knock me out. All of a sudden, every reason in the book not to fight Benavidez. And then you bring it up. You're deflecting for Canelo. Like, no, dude, I could talk about other fights that I want to see. Not everything revolves around Canelo, right? Just saying. Just saying. Raider says, smoke easy. Canelo was a franchise at 160. As a franchise guy, you automatically have a shot at the WBC belt, the next weight class. Why is that so hard to understand? It's not hard to understand. Now, it doesn't mean you have to agree with what the WBC or like what the WBC is doing. But according to Smoke, Smoke, you did say that the sanctioning bodies make the rules, and we got to go by what the sanctioning bodies say. Like, didn't you say, Smoke, that if Haney and Lopez fought each other, you still wouldn't call it undisputed for the winner if Mauricio Suleiman decided that Ryan Garcia is now the WBC champ, right? So Mauricio Suleiman has all that power, according to Smoke. So if Mauricio Suleiman says you can get the title shot, he can get the title shot, right? I mean, you could say what you want, get the Smoke, but the criticism has been, while you never became undisputed, now he's trying to get undisputed. Canelo moved up in weight. That's not like people are acting like moving up in weight is like such a rare thing. The dude moved up in weight. Now, he can't live on that forever, Charlo. For how long is Charlo going to live on that whole, Canelo, he became franchise? Here's the problem, okay? when they made Canelo franchise and they were going to have Charlo fight, right? For the I guess to crown him WBC champion, he accepted those terms, and Canelo he never came back to that weight class. He's been at 168. That's where he's fighting right now. You want to fight Canelo? Go to 168. Simple as that. It's not that complicated. What's going on? Hey, what's up to Chief Funky? 92 Aku. HCP. You know me. Hey, I don't want to be on too long, but like this whole but Canelo, he never got all the four. Like when it comes to the Charlo thing, well, maybe he just outgrew the weight class and he moved up, bro. It's not that complicated. Like guys move up all the time. Did Shakur just move up because he was ducking the smoke at 126, or did he just move up? Like what? Sometimes guys just move up. Like a lot of the same guys you're talking about never unified, not even two belts. So it really is what it is. Anyways, guys, for those that just came in, you can always go back and listen to the rest on archive. All right? You can listen to the rest on the archive and all that good stuff, man. Okay? And that's another good point. I mean, he was offered $15 million. I know people act like that didn't happen. They just call it a lie. You know what I mean? Well, they said they offered him $50 million. Lie! Well, even his brother said, lie! Okay, well, there you go. So, look, at the end of the day, man, and nobody's saying people got to be a fanboy and stuff like that, right? But which one is it? Like, if we want, like Blood said, hey, he's never been undisputed. You know, he needs to prove he could be undisputed. Well, that's what he's trying to do. Well, my point to Blood is there's people that don't want him to go for undisputed. I think that's by design. I think they don't want him to shine like that. So instead, they're accusing him of being a ducker and avoiding this guy and that guy. And I mean, Canelo did everything. He orchestrated the whole 168-pound division like years ago, right? He got them all to never unify. He got them all to never fight each other. They never fight each other. Plant, Benavidez never fought each other, right? Ever. Like the fight never happened. Should have happened. They never even unified that. Like Billy Joe never unified with anybody. So, you know, hey, it's all good, man. Canelo will do all the work, so it's all good. All right? He'll do all the work. He'll get all the belts, and we'll go from there. You know what I mean? You know, well, that's it. This is D-Style Boxing, and I'm out of here. Peace.